While chapter 6 focused on the structure of the temple, chapter 7 highlights two things: Solomon's own palace complex and the detailed furnishings of the temple, crafted by the skilled artisan Huron. The first part of this chapter covers Palace complex. Solomon spent 13 years building his palace, almost twice as long as the temple. Key buildings: the Palace of the Forest of Lebanon, huge hall, 150 feet long, 75 feet wide, 45 feet high, and with cedar pillars. Hall of Pillars for gatherings, Hall of Justice, where Solomon judged cases, and his own palace and a separate palace for Pharaoh's daughter. Entire complex was built with costly stone, cedar beams, and fine craftsmanship. Okay, this palace reflects Solomon's growing wealth and prestige, but also hints at priorities shifting from God's house to his own. The second part of this chapter covers Huron, the master craftsman. Solomon brings Huron from Tyre, a man skilled in bronze work. He was the son of a widow from Naphtali and a craftsman father from Tyre. Huron is filled with skill, wisdom, and understanding for all kinds of bronze work. Like Bezalel in the time of Moses, God raises up artisans to beautify his dwelling. Okay, the third part of this chapter covers bronze pillars. Huron makes two giant bronze pillars for the temple entrance, each 27 feet tall, 18 feet around, decorated with capitals, tops of bronze and pomegranates. Names: Jachin, which means he establishes; Boaz, which means in him is strength. These stood as symbols of God's strength and stability for his people. The fourth part of this chapter covers the Sia and other bronze furnishings. The Sia of cast metal, a massive round basin, 15 feet across, 7.5 feet high, holding about 12,000 gallons of water, rested on 12 bronze oxen facing in four directions, used by priests for washing. 10 bronze basins on wheeled stands for washing sacrifices. Countless other bronze articles, pots, shovels, sprinkling bowls. The huge sea symbolized cleansing, a reminder that approaching God requires purification. The fifth part of this chapter covers God furnishings. Huron also makes God and utensils and decorations. Solomon finishes the temple with articles of pure gold. Okay, there is the altar of incense, a golden table for bread of the presence, God lampstands, bowls, wick trimmers, basins, censers, and doors. Finally, Solomon places all the silver and gold dedicated by David into the temple treasuries. The temple is now fully furnished, ready for God's presence to dwell. What are the key lessons from 1 Kings chapter 7? The first lesson is priorities matter. Solomon spent 7 years on the temple, but 13 on his palace. The balance hints at a growing focus on himself. The second lesson is God uses skilled workers for his glory. Huron's craftsmanship shows how human skill can serve sacred purpose. Third lesson: holiness requires cleansing. The massive basin reminds us that approaching God requires purity, pointing forward to Christ who cleanses us purely. The fourth lesson is symbols of stability and strength. The pillars Jachin and Boaz declarated, God is the true strength and foundation of his people. So Solomon builds a lavish palace complex and, through Hiram's skill, completes the temple furnishings from the bronze pillar to the great. Yeah, from the bronze pillars to the great sea. Every item points to God's holiness, strength, and provision. With everything complete, the temple is ready to be dedicated. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel.